Welcome to RMD All Things Aesthetics and Wellness podcast with me, your host, Dr. Deborah Durst, and my co-host.
Hey guys, Farida Golombiewski, nurse practitioner here at RevitalyzeMD.
So today we are going to talk about Emsculpt and Accufit and what is the difference and which one is better, because we have some pretty strong opinions on this. So,
like always, we always have some pretty strong opinions. If you listen to our podcast, you would know that.
Yes.
So definitely subscribe so you continue to get notifications.
And you'll hear some of these opinions now today on this. So basically, Emsculpt is kind of like, it again, not the same technology, not the same treatment as a CoolSculpt or Botox, obviously, but it is marketed well.
Very well.
So if you go to search body contouring or muscle, contouring.
I think I looked up like muscle machine or body contouring muscle definition, and only Emsculpt pulled up.
Yes, Emsculpt, and Emsculpt. So
I was surprised.
So again, it's marketed well. So you'll hear a lot about it, but that doesn't mean it's the best by any means.
And it seems to be used interchangeable
with the Neo.
With the Emsculpt Neo, which is a completely different device that uses a very different technology with the old technology.
And so a lot of times when you're trying to compare like an Accufit and an Emsculpt device, which is what we're going to compare today, those are two muscle. We had trouble finding just an isolated Emsculpt and not an Emsculpt Neo that was brought into it. And then a lot of things we'll talk about comparing to Accufit, but then there's really no mention of Accufit. And then again, it goes back to Neo. So I was confused, but we're going to dummy it down for ourselves and for you on this one. So
I think it's so important when we're talking about these treatments that we're comparing apples to apples, not apples to oranges, right? So if we're going to talk about Emsculpt as a sole muscle toning body contouring machine, then we need to talk about Accufit, which is a sole muscle body contouring machine.
Correct.
Not a radio frequency, not a CoolSculpt or a tight sculpt or any of these other things. We're talking breaking it down to just muscle.
Just muscle.
There's two, Emsculpt and Accufit.
And those are the muscle machines. And again, if you want to get into Neo and all those, and we will with another podcast, that's talking about fat and skin. But we're just
radio
talking
frequency technology.
And radio frequency. But we're just talking about muscle stimulation, building, contouring. And you're going to contour when you build muscle because it's better. Like, again, muscle weighs more than fat. But if you look at fat, it's globular and it's not contained. And muscle is contoured and condensed. And it does weigh more, but it looks better. So you're still contouring if you're building muscle. And then, again, these are muscle building devices. So basically, Emsculpt was a first generation. So it was the first one in the market. It was marketed very well. And
still marketed very well.
And it was the only one around for a while. And so that's why you hear a lot about Emsculpt. And again, Google searches go up. If you're around for a long period of time, lots of people have searched. So it ranks very high. And it uses electromagnetic waves or energy as the primary source of muscle building. And so
it uses as pulses.
And it's actually termed high frequency focused electromagnetic radiation. Magnetic radiation. So you'll hear that term a lot. HIFEM.
There you go.
Yeah, I know you got it. I was getting it confused, and then we're like, what does the F mean? But it's focus. So, but what happens is you have an electrode, and it's very large, and then it's radiating electromagnetic radiation and energy out from that one electrode.
It's a very large electrode. If you are a more petite person, it may work a little bit better than if you have a little bit more width because you got to think that space is just going out and you're trying to affect muscles below. You want to target muscles, and you can't target very well.
Yeah.
If the electrode's in one spot.
And it's just radiating to all those muscles at the same time. So the ones that are closer, the ones further away, it's not taking you through different muscle movements. And then there are a couple And again, we had trouble finding this because we end up seeing electro or neo, but it does look like you can. So you can do abs with the big one. You have smaller ones like that, or two. You have two of them.
But are they smaller? So that's what we really couldn't tell from. It looks like they're larger. Yeah. You just use one for each cheek.
Yes.
Because in some of the pictures, the person is a little bit more smaller and it's hanging off the edge.
Yeah.
And then others where there's a little bit more surface area, it's very much so on the back end. Yeah. So I don't think it's a smaller paddle per se.
Probably
I think they're just these large, clunky paddles.
And that's what I call them, paddles. You can do like legs, you can do butt, you can do abs. But again, you're using the muscle. There is no muscle movement. You're just getting radiation to the muscle for muscle building.
For contraction,
and
right?
For contraction, yes. Where Accufit and if we went a little further, Emsculpt is equivalent to what,
20,000 crunches or squats, it said.
Okay. So if you're doing legs or you're doing abs, and then that's per
butt, right?
Per 30-minute session, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So Accufit, on the other hand, is the second generation muscle, stimulating building device. And so again, contouring because you're building muscle. But it is a second generation, so it's taking direct muscle stimulation, electrical pulses directly to the muscle. So there's 8 small electrodes that you're putting in any one area.
And you're placing these strategically based on anatomy and actual muscles, where your muscles are on your body and what muscles we're trying to affect and what muscles we're trying to tone.
And so you're actually placing them so that the muscles are then stimulated and taken through a workout and movement. So there's 4 different movements that you're cycling through, and abs, including a twist where it's twisting, so you're getting from those one obliques side to the other.
And you feel that twist. And it's awesome.
It's intense.
Trust me, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's intense. It is awesome. And again, it actually helps with other areas of pain. Mm-hmm. So I was having hip pain. If I go on and do abs, then my hip pain is better. So as your core gets stronger and your muscles get stronger, it takes away from the joint pain and tension that you have. And so it is awesome.
And lower back pain. We've had patients who have said that with doing Accufit regularly, because we do memberships here, that they have decreased pain in that lower back. Again, the stronger your core is, the better your back ends up being.
Yeah, the better it is. So, and then you can do buttocks, you can do legs, and you can do quads and hamstrings, whatever you want to do. Butt and abs are the biggest.
Yes, that's what probably see the most.
And then they're moving towards...
and back of the thighs. I feel like that's really picked up a lot.
Yeah, you feel like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess, or maybe I just have one specific patient in mind that has just had amazing results, and she has.
And I think it just depends on what you want, because I don't feel like the back of the thighs have ever been like a big area of concern for mine where butt is. Yep. But I did do that once for the videos, and I didn't again, I think
you didn't love it.
I didn't love it, but that was just for me. And again, maybe mine are weak and it hasn't been an area of focus, and so it was intense and
it was intense.
They were tight. Okay. I will just say
let's just talk about how Dr. Durst works out, right? Yeah. We fake work out.
I'm not sure what the pins,
intense and Dr. Durst don't go together.
I'm not sure what those pins are for in the machines. I think they have a function, but I'm not sure what you use those pins for the weight machines. But anyhow, I think that my hamstrings were tight for a while, and I don't feel like that's ever the case because with yoga, it's good. So. Yes. But I think that Accufit second generation, direct muscle stimulation, it takes you through a HIIT workout. And versus 20, it's like 67,000
yes,
sit-ups.
67 crunches on average.
And that's in a 30-minute, period. So it's amazing for building abs.
So like you said, it does a twist. Mm-hmm. It also does a hold, like you're going to crunch up and hold, or a grip. And it does a tap. So the tap is really... progressive for this type of machine because of the lactic acid buildup that happens when we work out. So that tap helps release that. So you're not sore the next day, unless, it's the back of your legs and it's intense.
And you're a wimp and I get it, Faraday.
Hey, but you know what? In all fairness, my abs are sore.
Yeah. Yeah.
We turned up the energy
Yeah,
So, I
no.
will say she's a beast on the abs, and I was trying to compete, and I was sore afterwards.
I love the abs. Well, you don't even want to hear about our competitions because some of them are very bizarre, and she wins and and lots of them. So,
But so does she, and
yeah.
that's why I was turning up that energy on those abs, and that's why I was sore the next day.
Whenever there's an energy kind of adjustment we can make, then we're competing on those machines.
Of course,
no
of
matter
course.
what they are.
It's healthy.
Yeah. Life is a competition.
Exactly.
Right? We just had this discussion the other day.
Yeah. Life lessons.
Life lessons. So basically, in the thing that I think Emsculpt was basically expanding their services and in expanding, because again, you're selling machines, but you got to change it up a little bit, or have some consumable model, whatever it is. But with Emsculpt, they ended up expanding into skin and fat reduction, and that's
with
what
the
Neo
Neo.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
So Neo just adds a radio frequency modality to the Emsculpt and now can reduce fat and tighten skin.
So if you're going to compare Emsculpt Neo with a device, it's not a fair comparison to put that against Accufit. There are other treatments out there that use radio frequency
and muscle stimulation
exactly at the same time. That's a way better comparison, like our Evolve machine or Evolve X. So that would be something that we'll talk about on another podcast, to again take two treatments and break down exactly what they do and who would benefit from them.
Comparing the apples to apples, comparing the same things. Because I did read a couple blogs, again, erroneously talking about Emsculpt Neo as being the only one that will do skin, fat, and muscles, and that's not true. But Accufit is not an accurate comparison, and so this is where we have strong opinions.
Yes.
So we definitely feel more strongly that Accufit is hitting muscles directly. It's stimulating them. It's taking you through a workout. It's a HIIT workout. It's more intense. It's better muscle building. You're not using electromagnetic radiation. So we feel like Accufit way outperforms Emsculpt. But we feel like if you want muscle building, you want to do Accufit versus our other machine that does radio frequency with skin and fat and muscle, because Accufit is strictly
muscle
focused on the muscle. And so our patients that work out, that are very into fitness, this isn't replacing a workout, but it's enhancing, and you'll get better.
Yes, or accompanying one. Like she said, we go do hot yoga, right? Yeah. We stretch, we get that overall lean muscle building, and then we come in and we do an Accufit because, I hate ab day. I don't know if anyone else hates ab day. I hate ab day. So coming in and doing an Accufit workout on top of my yoga makes me feel like I had an ab day because it's 67,000 crunches.
Yeah, correct.
And it is an ab workout.
And I don't hate ab day, but I hate leg day. So that's
and I can do the squats all day.
Yeah, no, I hate leg day. So I think that, like, again, Accufit's better than Emsculpt, but Accufit's more for muscle. And so our ladies that want muscle, or our men that want muscle, we're saying do Accufit.
Yes, for muscle definition, muscle focused, none of the other stuff.
No. And
none of the fluff, none of the fat reduction, none of the skin tightening. Now, you're going to have overall body composition changes because, like Dr. Durst said, muscle toned looks a lot better than muscle under fat.
And I think that if, like, and a lot of our patients do like the skin tightening, fat reduction in areas, and then they like to move to other areas about the knees. We're talking about bra fat behind the arms, and abs, and
all back here.
Yeah, and like the little jelly rolls underneath the buttocks.
Oh, what do they call them? Banana rolls?
Banana rolls.
Yeah.
So those are areas that if they want to do those at the same time, you could be heating up the muscle and doing some muscle, but it's not a focused muscle. And so that's where Emsculpt Neo or Evolve, which we'll do another podcast talking about, those are devices that combine different treatments, where these two are muscle, and Accufit wins all day long.
All day, hands down, is the winner.
That is our opinion. That's where we stand. And so let us know your thoughts and your experiences. Like and subscribe, share with friends, and definitely drop anything in the comments that you want to share with us.
Have you had these treatments? Do you have an opinion? Do you disagree?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear.
Yeah. And what were the results of the treatments? But anyhow, let us know what you want to hear more of, because we are willing to deep dive into anything aesthetics and wellness.
Thank you.